Hey guys, what's going on? It's Breadward99 and I'm back with another Brawl Stars video. So today, we're doing a little bit of a different thing. We're not gonna be doing any gameplay today. We're actually, I'm starting a little bit of a project here, and so this is some personal stuff, so, if you don't like personal stuff, again, go to the beginning of the video, skip to the timestamp you see, and you'll get right into the video. So, channel's been growing, definitely, and I really appreciate you guys, but, this is not going to work if I just continue to make video. I mean, if you guys like the content, I'm obviously going to keep continuing, but my channel is not growing at a fast enough rate to the point where I think I can become a successful YouTuber. So I'm trying some different things because I've got to do something that hits it with people and starts growing my channel at a faster rate than it is, because I'm seeing people who are starting before me and they're having more subscribers than me already, and I don't even know what they're doing to get more subs than me. If I'm doing something wrong, let me know, because I would be glad to try anything at this point. But so hopefully, if this video gets a lot of positive reception, this will become an ongoing series known as the History of Brawl Stars. And basically what it is we're going to be going over every single brawler, and basically we're going to be looking at their gadgets, their star powers, their descriptions, what they look like, and basically we're going to try to go over every brawler and decipher what their history is, how they came to become what they are, and what explains the abilities that they have. First, let's deduce what we can learn from Shelly herself without her abilities or her stats in-game. So first, let's look at her description. Shelly's spread fire shotgun blasts the other team with buckshot. Her super destroys cover and keeps her opponents at a distance. So what we can learn from this is that obviously Shelly has a shotgun, but her shotgun has a weird mechanic where it can actually create a bigger blast that is more powerful and devastating than her original blast. And so, now looking at Shelly's physique, we can obviously see that Shelly's of some sort of Hispanic descent, in my personal opinion. And from Shelly's flower-shaped hair ponytail, I can deduce that she's related to Rosa in some way. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole Shelly and X-Spike thing, because that's kind of weird, but we can logically deduce that in some way she is related to Rosa due to the similar skin color and similar shape of the hair and color of said hair. Looking at Shelly's stats, we can see that she's built with a little bit more health than most brawlers, but she's about middle of the pack. Her attack fires 5 projectiles that deal 420 damage, giving her a shotgun classification, and her super is simply just a more powerful shot of her regular attack. Now, we need to explain how how she's able to create more powerful blast with the same exact shotgun, so that will be something to think about for our later description. Moving into her gadgets here, we're going to go over her first gadget, Fast Forward, which gives her a small dash. Now, we're not going to be really taking into account charges because Supercell, for some reason, reverted the charges all back to 3, so charges don't matter. So her first gadget is Fast Forward. It gives her a small dash. So this means that Shelly obviously can gain a burst of speed and perform a quick sprint, meaning that Shelly has some sort of speed training in the past or some natural talent for speed that she can activate and use in quick bursts, but does not have very much stamina due to only being able to use it in quick bursts. Next is Shelly's Clay Pigeon's gadget, which gives her a narrower spread and a longer range with her next basic attack. What we can learn from this is that Shelly probably has some sort of mechanism inside her shotgun that allows her to narrow the radius of the barrel of the shotgun itself so that it shoots out further in a narrower spread. I think that this along with the super, leads to the conclusion that Shelly's shotgun shouldn't be considered a normal shotgun, as it has much more utility than the shotgun of, say, Bull or Daryl, which have single uses, and that is to shoot in a set range and a set distance with a set spread. Shelly's shotgun has a lot more utility, and differentiates her from other shotgun-like brawlers in that manner. Moving into Shelly's star powers now, we see her first star power is Shell Shock. And basically what it does is enemies that come in contact with Shelly's super and take damage from it will be slowed down for 4 seconds. Now, I don't know if the description of the star power presents it rightly, calling it Shell Shock. What I would prefer to think it means is that Shelly has some sort of chemical or some sort of trapping mechanism that locks into brawlers that is able to slow them down, such as like spikes or something that go into their legs to make them move slower. Some sort of mechanism within the shotgun shells itself that causes her enemies to move at a slower speed. Next is Shelly's Band-Aid star power, and this I find is the most interesting. Shelly heals for 40%. When she falls below 40% of her health, of her maximum HP, she heals for 1,800 health, and Band-Aid charges for 15 seconds. This is the most interesting ability when it comes to explaining it in logical terms in the game, because you know, applying a Band-Aid doesn't fix all your wounds, and this certainly doesn't fix all your wounds, but I would assume that 1,800 health is more than a scratch. So this means that, I think this obviously means that the Band-Aid has some sort of greater healing properties than an average Band-Aid would. And the fact that it needs 15 seconds to charge does not agree with just pulling out a regular Band-Aid, as it wouldn't take 15 seconds to apply a regular Band-Aid. So what does this all mean? Well, I think we can put together a simple story here for any background that Shelly's had. But first, before we go into my final analysis, some first things I want to know is that Band-Aid, I believe, is in direct reference to the, Band-Aid looking shape on the left side of her face. When we're looking at it, it's going to be on the right side of her face, but it's her left side. And so that is what I think Band-Aid would be referring to as the star power. So let's move into the final analysis. Coming from a Hispanic background, Shelly has dyed her hair purple and has adapted a shotgun made by the Junker family to fight off enemies of the Wild West. She's currently a sister to Rosa after they parted ways due to their separate interests in botany and justice. Her shotgun has the ability to either widen its fire and shoot out a massive blast consuming all the ammo in it, or narrow the barrel to make it for more precise shots, such as shooting crows out of the sky. I believe both of her star powers originate from Byron. I believe her Band-Aid star power is infused with friendly snake oil juice that she needs to take time to apply on a Band-Aid, so that when she uses it on herself, not only does it help heal the wound that it's applied to, but it infuses snake oil throughout her body, which heals her and benefits her health overall. I believe her Shell Shock star power also has to deal with Byron and could possibly deal with B, as I believe her slowing super contains some sort of serum that slows down the enemies. And so either of those could be a valid explanation for what Shelly injects in her shells, and they could be a sort of like darts that explode on impact with their enemies and give them slowing serum, or they could simply just be covered in said serum. I also believe her fast forward gadget comes from a lot of speed and track training in her early childhood days, such indicated by the PSG banner for that period of time in Brawl Stars. That costume could indicate to Shelly's sport history being involved in soccer or football and non-American football. And that is it. After her childhood days, she decided to get deal with justice with Colt and Spike, as she believed the world needed to be a better place. Her original weapon was a regular shotgun, but not being able to deal with the massive amount of power or reload speed of Bull's shotgun, she looked to the Junker family to modify her shotgun so that she could turn it into either a sniper or have it use all its ammo in one devastating blow to be able to get enemies off of her that were tougher and had better equipment than her. Anyway, guys, that was the video. I hope you guys enjoyed delving into the history of Shelly. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.